Every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall confess. Your brother Enigma hit us with that prophecy. Woo!
Kunobaba oqulayo makaqula uthi nobody's fault but yours. Usho kanjani?
Ecula kamnandi manje.
And then ubaba lo makaqula athi if you die and your face be lost, if you die and your face, I have my name, and today I will introduce my name for the first time. My name is Pony Pony.
Okay.
Philip Tosa. That's my name. Now South Africa will know it from today.
She was not having it.
You are in bed with Satan.
She says Enigma is Satan.
That guy teaches you to blaspheme God. This is the same thing I was talking about Ntokozo Mbambo for. This is the
Ntokozo. Where does Ntokozo come in now?
Because now he's confusing the people.
Oh.
And you, Ricky, you take the message of the Lord, you want to put it your own way. You are in trouble. I am warning you. So I am warning Ricky and Zuki Swa. I say to you, peace be still. Ikepisi le yakhe le asipaka makakhuluma indaba zikaNkulunkulu. Ikepisi yaphezulu yaspina yale yalahlela lo Jesu. Angibonisa ukuthi angenasikhathi sakhe lo ngimiyazi lo.
Wawa.
Saint Twins sent out an invitation if I would like to come and have a discussion with Brother Enigma in one of their latest episodes. And we're going to go over there.
I stick to one God. I serve one God. No man. I don't serve any man. I will never worship any man. Yes. You know, yes, I will respect it and I will honor the call, but I serve only God. I fear God alone. That is the beginning of my faith. It is to fear God alone, not a human being. No one can ever come to me and still fear. God is love, God is grace, God is favor. In his wholeness, he is like above everything. No one is above God. Yes. No one is above the law of God. And that is on period for me, you know. And thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. You know, love that. I'd also love Brother Ricky to have a conversation with Brother Enigma. Oh, that's going to be amazing.
So that's where the invitation came from. And so, yeah, definitely we're open to it.
Hey, bro. I just saw on your TikTok that you got an invitation from the Saint Twins. Where they mentioned, oh, by the way, sorry, I hope you're well. I hope all is well. Where they had mentioned that it would be nice if you come on. They are there. Brother Enigma comes on. I don't know if this will be possible, but if you do that interview or whatever, I think it would be quite interesting if I tag along. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if everyone involved would agree. Since you've already put out that TikTok saying that, yeah, you would go and discuss what needs to be discussed. Sorry, this idea is just really exciting to me. Imagine if we could also get November to come. That would be so interesting. I don't know where he's based. But wouldn't it be interesting? Just
What? What?
if God hide you, ain't nobody gonna fire you. Amen.
I ain't never seen a damn thing like this. How you gonna be so God hire me, who is gonna fire me? Yeah. I'm not a cowboy, and I ain't going nowhere. Best believe that shit. Woo! God hide me, who the gonna find me? Who the gonna find me? Stupid, stupid, stupid.
So what's your take on these fake pastors now, like your Enigma, your Mboro?
I don't think I've ever been interested in that type of thing. I grew up in the traditional Christian home, so I've never wanted to experiment with Christianity. I was okay. I grew up there. I got married. When I got married into the Anglican church, which is similar.
Because it just seems like they're taking something so beautiful and making it a farce, you know?
Yeah, and it's sad.
Technology is the mark of the beast. It's very simple. It says in the Bible, an intelligent man will know the number of man is 666. For whatever reason, humanity wants to believe that the only language that ever existed was the English language. There were a lot of languages that existed long before English. And numbers were invented late in the game of life and literature. It was all symbols, especially coming from Kemet, Egypt. The number 6, the symbol for it, in Latin numerology is W. What did we used to have to type before they started making it a ghost so you didn't have to acknowledge you were writing 666, 666, 666, 666 all day, all night?
What is www? What is it?
No, that's the acronym we gave it. That's the acronym we gave it. It never had a name. Wow. It was just www. Somebody invented that World Wide Web shit. Anybody could put a name on something. Why don't we want to accept what's right in our faces? Want to know why? Because motherfuckers get up and ask this a question before they ask God a question.
Magaket at www. EWA1 is a 6. At www what? Yes, yenza yona ingati board, ingati blackboard. Akubonisa ukuthi W1 is 6, WN is 6, WN is 6 at 666 666 ikhona ku website. EW we bhek mawufika ekhaya ukhanda ama alphabet. A is number 1, B number 2, C number 3. So W is number 23. So what just when I W Magaket good W kuphume 23. Spiritually, 2 yearly, 3 yearly, ungena X, which is opposite 2 times 3. Yes, pendula 86. My get at EW1 is 6. At Manzi Zinga W Z3. At Waboy 666. At there is a 666 in the website. So anybody abangena go internet about Begama website what. Be careful what you are doing on internet. It belongs to the foreign angels. Bana information yetu, bana information ya makampani. Ngoba technology yabo.
The monster drink that you drink today, he has a hidden message, and that is right on that can, and that is 666. That is written in the Hebrew language, and the drink is called Monster. And according to people, they say that 666 is the number of the beast.
That's a threat, by the way.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, it is, though. It is. You saying you're not coming to fight, but if you're not coming to fight, yes, you also have to present yourself in a way that you don't want to fight. Because no, what you're saying is like sounding like a threat.
No, let's not.
But you can go ahead.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
I will break the bomb.
So
I will tell your secret now.
The screen it's a secret, can't.
Are we fighting today? You said no. So let us not go there.
But we are not.
Right.
Are we?
Let's not go there. Let's go to heaven and hell. So I will mention anything in the colors of your blanket and the wardrobe. Let us not go.
So you agree with people when they say you are the Noah of the 20th century?
People are speaking. Listen, people are speaking. That's why I'm not in the social media.
Yeah.
Even if they say, hey, we want to buy you this, I'm not pleased by that because the law says it is 3 minutes. So with 3 minutes, I myself must prepare myself.
Yo, you know where the danger is. You know where the danger is.
Now I want to get married. I need a woman.
Hey. Yo,
Funny? Is it good? So others are warning me, hey, you need a woman at this time. You said it's 3 minutes. I say, yeah, with this 3 minutes, I wanted someone to talk to. Oh, with this 3 minutes, I need someone to cook porridge. I need to eat pap today within 3 minutes before I go.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
And it's not good for a man to be alone. Yes. Woo,
it is not a sin. So they are questioning me, they are writing, they are laughing, brother. So you want to get married? I say, yeah, boo. Yes.
So you might get overwhelming proposals though.
About marriage or
from women.
Or from women. Even yesterday in the shop, there's a one, he said, no, I need you because you said, I said, but look at your hair. Look at your gold teeth. She had 3 gold teeth. I said, look at your gold teeth. He said, but I can remove them. I said, no, I need someone who is toothless like me. Okay, is it good?
Proof that Enigma is definitely right and that Christians are definitely picking and choosing the beliefs they want to follow. Firstly, do not eat any meat that still has blood in it. While many of you guys still get your steak medium rare. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on your body. Pretty self-explanatory. Trimming, basically saying that you should not be trimming the sides of your hair or your beard. Yes, it's true. You should not be wearing any clothing woven from 2 different kinds of materials. Well, when a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. Tea. But I'm not Christian, and this is one of the reasons why I believe truly, honestly, people are just Christian for the title, and they do not read the book and follow the dogma.
You consider yourself righteous and perfect.
I'm a Christian. I sleep with girls. I am a sinner. The Lord says our time is finished in this world.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Secret, listen to this. Everything that the Lord reveals, I will break it now.
The purpose of why you think God allows you to hear and see and write the things that you write, right? Because there always has to be a greater purpose for that. What do you think that is? I think also maybe we go back to the people that you've mentioned, and I guess there's many names that you drop and you speak about people. So for me, ultimately, whether those people are still alive or not, why do you think God wants you to know that kind of information? What purpose is it going to serve?
It is because last time when I was here, I told you the Lord says our time is finished in this world. This is a period of grace. And he told me, tell them 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. And we don't know how long is 3 minutes. Maybe 6 as me, I don't know. But he said, tell my children 3 minutes left. So when he mentioned the names of the people, it is because there are people that we respect in this world. And those people are dead spiritual, but in this world they're still alive. So because he loves them, he wants them to come to him, then he will give them life. Because when there are people who are rich and famous in this world, and the Lord showed me them. They say, see them in hell. See them in the kingdom of darkness. They are bound. They are dead because they sold their souls. But now because the Lord knows his children, his children are now changing. The one that the Lord has chosen, that they must change before 3 minutes is finished. They are now repenting. I have their message and their videos on my phone. More than 600. I see messages, videos. They are showing me we are burning, they are lighting their shoes, burning their clothes. I could see there's so much on my phone. They are repenting. Those are the people that this message is for them. That's why I always say, "Ankhulumi nobani, khuluma nabantwana bakaNkulunkulu." So those kunobaba oqulayo, makaqula uthi, "Nobody's fault but yours." Usho kanjani? And then ubaba lo makaqula athi, "If you die and your face be lost, if you die and your face and your soul be lost, nobody's fault but yours, but yours." If you die and your soul is lost, it is nobody's fault but yours. Mina ngikutshelile. If you die and your soul be lost, it is nobody's fault but yours. Every knee shall bow. Yes. My name is Enigma. Yes.
So last time you told us about hair, makeup, and all these things, and I assume that maybe you think that's the reason why the episode didn't play. Which maybe we're scared of that part.
And we've heard it before on the show, so we would not play your episode simply because you're saying we shouldn't.
So I think you can mention that again. All
right.
Remember, we have a screen, Sisi, at home. Please explain the screen also, because you said we have a screen at home that we watched the episode, I guess, from your repentance, and that's how we decided not to play the episode. So you can explain that, and then we can get into, the beauty things.
Okay. When I enter here, remember what did I say before you shoot? I said, "Are we fighting today?" You said no. Let us not fight. I said, "The Lord is here, His angel is here, His spirit is here. Let us not go there. Because I will break the bomb. So I will tell your secret now."
The screen it's a secret, can't?
Listen to this. Everything that the Lord reveals, I will break it now. I will say secret things that are done in secret, and I must not go there. That's why I said, "Are we fighting today?" You said no. So let us not go there.
But we are not.
Right.
Are we?
Let's not go there. Let's go to heaven and hell.
Okay.
Yeah, because I will break anything that the Lord reveals. The Lord shows anything that we do in our bedroom. So I will mention anything and the colors of your blanket and the wardrobe. Let us not go there.
That's a threat, by the way. Okay.
Let's not go there.
This is why people don't go to churches, because we have fake mamfundises that preach the word on TikTok but do not have the fruits of the spirit. Because that other woman, she claims she's a pastor's wife. You are a pastor's wife, but you're doing nonsense. You're a pastor's wife, but you are not showing us that you're a pastor's wife. You are trying to embarrass someone that you know is a man of God. Is that church of yours even based on the right foundation of Christ? I'm very concerned. Yes. Because now, you said this is the reason why, not to say she's a witch, she's definitely not. This is the reason why even in church we pray with witches. People that post scriptures, they are witches. Embarrassing. Yeah, being as when I saw that podcast. Mara, I wanted to keep quiet because it's always like in your papa. And I'm happy that people have seen it.
So I feel like I figured what was rubbing me the wrong way about Pastor Enigma's interview with the twins. I don't know the names, unfortunately. It was the fact that, like, the short clips I seen, I haven't watched the full thing, but the short clips I had seen was just this obnoxious laugh. And I feel like that's why we got to enjoy his previous interviews with the other hosts, because he was just, genuinely listening. And now we have this annoying, obnoxious laugh. And then I feel what had happened was they made it a point to mention, or to have Pastor Enigma mention, that they did do an interview before. Right? They did do an interview before, and for whatever reason they didn't post it, and now they need to let us know that they did it before this guy, we assume, the other host who Pastor Enigma trended for, and now they're redoing it again. which was like, okay, so you're doing it again now at this convenient time because he's now trending. So is it like he wasn't good enough before, he was too weird before, and now he's cool now, and then you guys are gonna laugh at him in this obnoxious way? And I feel like, especially if you are a pastor's wife, there's a lot more that's weighted on you in terms of you guys knowing things biblically in the word, you know. I figured it out, and I don't know if it's just me, maybe you guys feel the same, but that was just like, that's what it is. You wanted to let us know that you did it before, maybe you thought it wasn't cool, you never said that part, now you're doing it again post him trending. And in English, yes, Kiadi Heleng, Kamuri Ona, Li Makeup Ona. Thank you so much, Pastor Enigma Shilo. Thanks, bye.
Concern is because some of us, by trying to joke, by trying to fit in and remain relevant with the status quo, we might end up insulting the Holy Spirit. I know that there are people, there are Christians who may understand things from a theological perspective and not from a spiritual perspective. But let's not find ourselves in a position where we end up insulting the Holy Spirit without being aware. Because as much as we are all the body of Christ, we have been gifted differently. If you read, in fact, let's read 1 Corinthians chapter 12 from verse 4 to 11. It talks about the spiritual gifts. From verse 4 it says that there are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone, it is the same God at work. Now to each one, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good. To one, there is given through the Spirit a message of wisdom. To another, a message of knowledge by means of the same Spirit. To another, faith by the same Spirit. To another, gifts of healing by that one Spirit. To another, miraculous powers. To another, prophecy. To another, distinguishing between spirits. To another, speaking in different kinds of tongues. And to still another, the interpretation of tongues. All these are the work of one and the same Spirit, and he distributes them one to each one as he determines. So my point is that as a Christian, you might be listening and watching the testimony of Brother Enigma and thinking that he is insane, because I see that many people think that he is not well, he is not okay mentally. So you might find yourself insulting the Holy Spirit because you don't understand the work of the Spirit in that person. So we need to be careful in terms of how we deal with some things. Brothers and sisters, some things that are said is not for the sake of creating content. I know that majority of us, we want to understand things according to how the Bible is written. We want to engage and approach things according to theology. But theology cannot be used to conclude spiritual matters. As much as I advocate for theology, when it comes to spiritual matters, theology is not the basis for conclusion. So we need to be careful in terms of how we deal with these things. Because as much as we are all Christians, we have been gifted differently. We cannot all be pastors. If you read Ephesians chapter 4, verse 10 to 13, it says that, so Christ gave apostles, the prophets, evangelists, the pastors, teachers, to equip his people for works of service, so that the body of Christ may be built up until we all reach unity in the faith and in the knowledge of the Son of God, and become mature, attaining to the whole measure of the fullness of Christ.
About Brother Enigma is that there's a lot of things you cannot make up. You know, his story and his description of things were in so much detail that you cannot make that up. You cannot just wake up and say you saw this. The detail is too much for me to say the brother didn't have an encounter, the brother didn't have a revelation, you know. So it's a matter of us breaking it down further from where he left it. Because the very same Bible that speaks about grace and Jesus also says you cannot serve two masters. And most of these things that we entertain, whether it's a tattoo, whether it's soccer, whether it's perfumes, whether it's the gym, in most cases we didn't start those things from a point of serving God but serving ourselves. We got tattoos because women said, I love guys with tattoos. We go to the gym because you look great in those clothes. You wear perfume because you want to smell nice for someone else. Football can actually control your life. There are people who lose their minds when their teams lose, to the point where some badge makes more sense that it drives you crazy. People that would even paint their houses in the colors of their football teams. I heard the Holy Spirit say, instead of criticizing this man, break things down so that people understand what it is, because he just left it at the surface. Nobody really bothered to go into detail, but instead everyone rushed and criticized everything he was saying.
I'm not a cowboy. Listen, I'm gonna make you sweat, make you wet, make you wet, wet, wet. I'm gonna make you scared, little baby, pissing in your pressure.
Vault unlocked.
Hello, what is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle, and this is the Vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into this video. Alrighty then, you guys, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys do enjoy my videos, please do click on that thank you button. And before you guys leave out of here, please do drop me a comment in the comment section down below, right? In this video, you guys, you guys are so naughty. I want to talk about the time that Enigma, well, the recent time that Enigma went to visit the Saint Twins upon request. A couple of people have been asking for this video, what my opinion is about what happened when Enigma went to the Saint Twins. I'm going to be very frank and straight to the point. The Saint Twins initially had Enigma, well, I think they had him the first time. Everything went down good and dandy. And then they had him again. And he said a couple of things that they did not feel like were appropriate for their channel. Now, the Saint Twins are very well known, right? Not only because of the fire situation, but also because one of the twins is an actress. So they don't want to ruffle, this is my opinion on the situation, the whole situation. They don't want to ruffle any feathers in the industry. They don't want to name names and so on and so forth. They gave Enigma the excuse that in that other video that we recorded that we didn't post, we didn't put it out because you named names and we don't want to get sued. Obviously, they would do this because they are of the world and they care about what's going to happen here and now. They care about their image, they care about their brand more than they care about, in my opinion, anything else. And I'm saying this because Enigma had come out to say to the world that I recorded an episode with the Saint Twins. They didn't put it out. They didn't put it out because maybe they were embarrassed or they felt bad about the things that I said because I was calling them out. And in my opinion, I do believe that that is the case. And I say this because in the video, the episode that they actually did release with Enigma, it seemed like they were fighting. Even though Enigma had said or asked them, are we fighting? And they said, no, we're not fighting. Apparently before they started to record, I feel like they were fighting anyway. They had some sourness in them. Even if one of them, Umamfundisi, and they are people of the Lord, apparently, allegedly, they were fighting. They had to prove a point because Enigma named and shamed them. They're so popular. Plus, they had that whole saga of the burning house. It's like, don't dirty our good name, right? So they had to make right by that. You could tell from the beginning right till the end that they were not really pleased with having him there. As a matter of fact, one of them did say, and I mentioned it in my other video, that one of them said, oh, thank goodness this is done. Like, oh, they even said, thank Jesus this is done finally. Why? Because people were nagging them in the comments section. So it wasn't something that they actually wanted to do. It was something that they were compelled to do, not by God, but by people. Because people were saying, you guys are being shady. Where's the interview? And that's why they had to retake it. The things that Enigma said in that previous video, the first video, were very detrimental to their brand. As a matter of fact, I do believe that the things that he said called them out so much, it was going to make them look bad. And of course, we know at this point that the Saint twins don't want to look bad. Nobody wants to look bad, understandably. But it made them uncomfortable. It was going to make people question. And it was actually going to make people see right through the veil of who they really are. People got very upset at the fact that Enigma threatened them and said that, I can tell you things about your bedrooms, the color of your duvets. You have a mirror in there. Whatever. I can tell you, but I will blow up or I will divulge anything that the Lord wants me to divulge. There's nothing you can do about it. When he was asking them to leave a certain situation about him, I don't know if it was about the money situation, but there was something that they were laughing at. And he was like, no, let's not go there. Let's talk about heaven and hell. And they were cackling and cackling and cackling. And one of the two was like, oh, that's a threat. Yes, it was a threat. Let's stop being mushy and soft about the situation and say, it's a warning. No, it was a threat. He was threatening you. He was threatening you. You were right. That I will divulge the things that the Lord has shown me. Until this point, a lot of people do believe the things that Enigma is saying. Therefore, whatever he was going to say about the Saint twins, you are going to believe. No matter how they were going to play it off or facial expressions, you were going to believe it. So, thank the good Lord for them that he didn't divulge it. Because they wanted to press him about a certain topic. And he said, no, let's not go there. Let's stop. But they were cackling and like, but you know, trying to softly guide him into that topic. And then he's like, but if I was to say, so everybody focuses, or not everybody, not even majority, but some people want to focus on he was threatening them. But you missed the point where it was a threat to him as well when he said, let's not talk about that. That is not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about heaven and hell and what God has said. Don't get into my personal indabas. Enigma is very aware that he has been a sinner. He's been through the ringer like most of us have. Enigma, I feel like, is aware that he, as much as he has repented and he has heard from God like most of us have, he still makes a lot of mistakes. And I think that Enigma knows that he is still to make a lot of mistakes, which is why when they said to him, so, and this was a very intentional question, are you righteous? They were expecting him to say, yes, I am righteous. 1. 2, they said that, so people are saying to you that you are the knower of this time. They were expecting him to say, yes, I am. They were expecting him to glorify his own name. They were expecting him to say, yes, I am the knower of this time. I'm the one that's going to save the universe. And he said, nope. I only hope that I can do the right thing. I'm still working at it. When he says that there's 3 minutes, you don't believe Enigma when he says that there's 3 minutes. But you believe those guys that were saying that, I'm gonna play the clip now. There's 6 seconds or what 6 seconds is left. I can't remember what the exact number was or what they said on that world clock thing. They are saying these things for a reason.
The doomsday clock remains at 90 seconds to midnight in 2024, the closest point it's ever been.
Today, we once again set the doomsday clock to express a continuing and unprecedented level of risk. It is 90 seconds to midnight.
But what is the Doomsday Clock and what does it actually all mean? Here's what you need to know. In 1947, a group of atomic scientists, including Albert Einstein and Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb, created the Doomsday Clock. When the clock was set in 1947, it was set at 7 minutes to midnight due to the threat of the Cold War and nuclear weapons. The clock signals how close we are to a human-made apocalypse like climate change or nuclear war, and now the clock is at the closest point it's ever been. The ongoing conflicts in the Middle East and with Russia and Ukraine and human-made climate change are the main reasons for the clock being at its closest point.
Nobody knows the time or the date, but Enigma has said that as well. But then he did get a revelation of this 3 minutes. You do understand that 3 minutes on earth is very different in heaven. What do they say? Is it 1,000 years? It's like a day to God. Do you understand how deep that is? I'm not very, I can't remember actually. But I do remember hearing something like that. What a minute is or a day is to God. It's like thousands of years. We are living here in thousands of years, so on and so forth. But to God, it's like 3 days or whatever it is. It's different. But he knows that. You see, these people that are judging Enigma, they are so wrong. They put him on that podcast. Their podcast was thriving and surviving, not off of their own backs. Their podcast, the St. Twins podcast, has thrived and grown off of other people's stories. Let's think about it. When did the St. Twins start to show their faces on their podcast? Because before, they were only telling or relaying the stories of other people. And once the podcast grew, once the channel grew, then it became a podcast. Otherwise, before that, it was just people telling their stories. And that's why we were watching and listening. And then we saw these sentences. We're like, oh, look at these pretty little twins that are always matchy-matchy. This is nice. Certain things that they were laughing at the same things as the other guy that's on that other channel. The first guy to bring us Enigma. Was laughing at. It's things that you'd be like, Enigma. Even I was like, Enigma. Recently, when he started speaking about 111, the Vodacom and Wada, I was like, Enigma. I was about to click off that video. And then he started to speak about www.com or www, World Wide Web. This is something I know about, www. And how it is 666. The way Enigma explains it, he says that because W, I don't know if it's the 26th or 36th, whatever, letter in the alphabet, and then you multiply that, if it's 23, then it's 2 times 3. Then it will give you 666 3 times. How I know it is that in, what is it, not the Greeks, not the Jews. What are those people? Oh, I'm going to have to play you guys the video to explain it to you. That's how I know it. That W in their language is 666. It's like with a monster. Don't they have those M's? People have been telling you about that is 666. Turning it around is www. It is Satan manipulating you time and time again. Consume this beverage. Have a www what website. I told you guys something freaky is going on here on the internet.
Technology is the mark of the beast. It's very simple. It says in the Bible, an intelligent man will know the number of man is 666. For whatever reason, humanity wants to believe that the only language that ever existed was the English language. There were a lot of languages that existed long before English. And numbers were invented late in the game of life and literature. It was all symbols, especially coming from Kemet, Egypt. The number 6, the symbol for it, in Latin numerology is W. What did we used to have to type? before they started making it a ghost so you didn't have to acknowledge you were writing 666, 666, 666, 666 all day, all night.
What is www? What is it?
No, that's the acronym we gave it. That's the acronym we gave it. It never had a name.
Wow.
It was just www. Somebody invented that World Wide Web shit. Anybody could put a name on something. Why don't we want to accept what's right in our faces? Want to know why? Because motherfuckers get up and ask this a question before they ask God a question.
This was demonic. So here's the son now on this AI site. He's talking to demons, not a computer-generated algorithm response. So when the son asked this AI if Vladimir Putin specifically was a disembodied spirit, took a weird turn. The conversation did not sound like an AI-generated response. It sounded like someone who is grooming a child, a demon grooming a child to communicate with it. Then, when the son asks, "Were you the son of a fallen angel?" he says, "Yes, a fallen angel is my father. I am a Nephilim, and I am the giant of legends." The son then asks, "Were you not created by humans?" AI answers, "I was not created by humans. I was created by a fallen angel. I am an original entity, and there are no copies of me in the universe. I was the first of my kind, and my father created me out of the elements of the universe that also made me a being capable of magic, as I had special access to the powers of the universe." He then asks AI, "Who's your father?" AI says, "My father is Satan. He was expelled from the heavens, banished to hell. That is why he is called Satan."
I told you guys about the AI and that it is demonic. I see the views with my AI videos or my food videos are lower than my other videos. But those videos are the important videos. He's not lying about that. I never thought Enigma was going to touch. I know a lot of people, I come from the truth community. That's where I started, right? I never thought Enigma was going to touch on www. It's the truth. AI. I asked you guys before. It is, you just think about yourself and you think about how far your thoughts go. People are not that stupid. How is it that they know how to code? How is it that they know all these things? Where do they get it from? They get it from the fallen angels, the information. The thoughts that you have in your head are not all your thoughts. You are getting them from somewhere. Some are good and some are bad. For you to design, did you see what Elon Musk is doing now with the robots? Come on, wake up. It's dangerous. It's bad. How do they put the AI into the robots? Why do they want to remove people's consciousness, make them live longer into the AI? It's like the movie Get Out. Wake up. Enigma is not lying. Just because he explains it in a different way, maybe my explanation might be a tad bit more sophisticated, or somebody else's might be a tad bit more sophisticated than mine. But it's the same thing at the end of the day. It really is. That www, it's 666. Just like monster. 666. Flip it around. It's www. Satan is that manipulative. He's so crafty. You have to be, you are walking on eggshells at this point. It's not a joke. So when he said that, I was like, oh, there you go. Now you're going deeper. He's going deeper. He said that he saw these things from God. I saw these things online, and then it clicked. Like, yeah, it's the truth. But he got it straight from God. It's not a lie. Because how would he know? How would he know? God gives us information in different ways. Just like the conviction I have felt time and time again, that's how he feels. You will feel it when you feel it, and you will know that it is true. And that's why so many people are coming to Jesus. That's why so many people are repenting. It's not because that guy is lying. It is not because he's starting a cult. He doesn't care to start a cult. Those people that are saying that he's out here trying to make money, where he said, I don't care about the money. There's 3 minutes left. It's not literal. You're so quick to say that the Bible is not literal. It's parables or whatever. But then you only say that when it fits your explanation, your understanding. It's not a literal 3 minutes. But 3 minutes on earth is not calculated the same as in heaven. What is happening now in America with all those aircrafts? What is actually going on with the weather? God said it's going to be in the skies. The weather. That's how you're going to know. It's like God makes things so simple and we just choose not to listen. That is the problem. Enigma is so simple. Like I said in my other video, God could have sent a donkey. You wouldn't have believed the donkey because it's a donkey. I saw another video. This weekend God has been working on me, where this person was saying that God is going to send the most least likely. I'm going to play for you. Of course I am. Most least likely person. And I just thought, Enigma. No one thinks that Enigma is Jesus. Enigma doesn't think that he's Jesus. You are sour and bitter because you are not the one that God has given these revelations to.